Well guys, there it is. 11 months and 25 days into the year, and I finally made some progress. It don't look like much, but like I said, it's the first one we've done in over a year. You can see we just switched to 6-foot T-posts, so they're gonna be taller than the other ones, but that'll be fine. We'll transition running barbed wire from there up to here, and we're bringing the rock pillars at least up to here. So anyway, and when I do these, I like to put about 3 of these per one. So try to go one in the middle, one near the bottom, one near the top to hold them together. And when you put the new layer on the overlap, well then this old one's held in place technically by 6 of these because it's got an overlap holding it together too. So we got this party started. You can see this is still a little bent from when I dismounted them off the trailer. That's why even though the posts are in line with the wire, the line, this is not. So when I put the stuff at the bottom, it'll hold it in place when I put the rocks there. I'm not too concerned about that. Right now we're just trying to get it up. You'll have to excuse the dirt bike party across the street. But here we go, check this out. We got 7 of them up. I'm going to redo supplies. This entire fence through this area is now done. I brought 8 panels up, but one I carried to the very end because I thought about starting there, and I'm not dragging it all the way back. But this is actually pretty good. 7 of them, 16-foot panels, so we've covered some ground. And then from where we stopped, I mean, we can almost see the corner we're going to. Here's the last one. And up over that hill, we'll get there. But pretty much from here down to where you can see the tall grass is all done now. So we finally made some progress on this project this year. I still plan on doing more today, and I think we can get her done today and cross it off the list for 2019. I'm not sure what else, but it counts, it's progress. Well, those little guys made a good load too. Made a dent in that. These will work well for our project, and gotta love it that the price is free. So I'll get this load unloaded at the house and go pick up another load and continue the fencing. They're up over in the bushes enjoying their lunch right now. So if you'll notice, I changed up the way I did that. See, I just got them hanging out and out. The reason I did that, if I'm traveling from town all the way back, I want them inside like I had them the first time. But as you saw when I tried to unload them, I made a mistake I made before. I didn't remember my mistake, so I made it twice now. You guys saw it once, so learn from it. This way they're not dragging though if I got that gate up right there. And since I'm only heading, I don't know, just a little bit that way, I mean I can see where I'm going. That'll be fine hanging out like that. If I was coming back from town, I would not do this. And if I did do it this way from town, I'd put some red, you know, visible things on the back of here, and if it was at night, I'd put a red light on there. Remember, stuff like that. Gotta be safe. But that's how I'm doing it. So I'll secure something to the front, make sure they don't pop out, and we'll go from there and see what we can get done before daylight. And I might do some deer hunting too, so I'll see how much time I got. So a couple quick things too. Besides tying it off down here, I did add a tie to the top. As we pulled on the road, it started shifting. I'm like, oh right, I should support it back there too. So this prevented it from coming over this way or that way since they're just dangling. Also, this time I pulled up right next to the fence so I can throw them off from the added height of the trailer easier. And we'll see how much more I get done today. So honestly, I got up one more panel and I moved a couple of my resources. Sun is just about to set, which means I've got about a half hour worth of deer hunting time possibly today. The place I deer hunt right now is hit or miss. Yes, that's a deer hunting joke, you know, type thing, but if I go up there, they're either there or they're not. If they're there, I'll try to shoot one. If they're not, I'll come back and work till I can't see anymore. So that's where I'm at. They're loading up another load of rocks for the wood stove build. Looks like my two boys. So I got a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old taking care of that now before dinner. All right. So the update is I got 9 cattle panels in. We got the rest of the load unloaded. It's all staged for tomorrow. I ran out that full line with those 9 cattle panels. And then I stretched out the string again, the remainder of the distance. So from where I stopped to where I'm gonna finish, the whole thing's marked. I've got a lot of supplies on the ground out there, a 5-gallon bucket of the clips, a pile of T-posts, at least 12, it doesn't get me too far. And then another assortment of cattle panels, probably 7 or more laying on the ground, so that'll be good. And then also, I ran in like 8 T-posts before I even really hit serious rock problems, so that was in my favor. It's now the evening of the 25th. I think I'm going to pull this off, which makes me think maybe I should do something like roof the mini barn before this year's done too. We'll see. Well guys, still working towards my goals. 26th today, and I'm actually just heading off through the middle of the woods. There's no need for me to head through the associate pasture to get where I'm going because I've already come so far across this thing. I can walk through the middle of the woods to get where I need to be, which is a good feeling. And actually, deer were still coming through the opening last night because I saw them on the septic field monkeying with stuff. So, yeah. I'm optimistic, guys. Considering how much I got done yesterday, I'm optimistic, but life can get in the way, so we'll see what I can do today. And just to give you guys a heads up, here's where this one ends. And I'll show you a walk down. Oh yeah, you guys, I know. So here's where I got the string till, cattle panel here. And this will just give you an idea of how much distance is left. And up here we start running into a bunch of cattle panels, which is good. All this greenbrier too, like the razor wire of the woods, but it's edible. Oh, here we go. Here's a pile. So we'll see. I should be able to run this out pretty good. A lot of my supplies are already here, and then we'll just go from there. It's definitely still a lot, but I did make it all the way to here yesterday. So from here all the way down there I did. I might reach my goal. So for one thing, man, to work up a sweat at the end of December, to be this hot out here is absolutely amazing, because it's better than doing it in the cold, and there's no ticks or chiggers right now. So I ran out the rest of my supplies there. A couple things too. You notice all these big trees tipped over? When we made this pathway, a neighbor had a bulldozer for a couple days, and my neighbor to the north here downhill wanted the property line cleared. So he chose to go on his side of all the pink property line markers, but that left things like this giant hole here. So I just chose to juke the fence a little bit that way around, rather than being perfectly straight. It is what it is. I'm not worried about having every inch of whatever my property is, you know. So if you look at it from here, you can see it kind of bends out for a bit, but purpose is just to have it be secure. So that's that. I don't know, I'm gonna go get another load, and then I think I'll have to bring it in through the back pasture, because we're already that far to that side, which is good news. I might get this done today. And it's just about shuffling life around enough to have the free time to actually do it. This morning I had some work to do on the computer. I wasn't leaving for work today. Breakfast and some devotions with the kids, some instruction, some other things, and then yeah, was able to get out here about 11. So right now that probably only leaves me with 5 more hours of daylight too. It'll be dark by like 5 or so, but I think I'm gonna do it. Might have to do another project this year. Sometimes I'm like a lot of people, where I've got to laugh at myself, because I was carrying from way down where I threw them over the fence by that other pasture, and I carried one all the way to where I'm standing and dropped it here, even though I could pull up with a trailer load right there. So I actually picked this one up and carried it back over there, and we'll see. Looks like I'm gonna have enough supplies. I think this will go, and I think we'll be successful, which is really encouraging actually. Okay guys, home stretch now. Got the last T-post in. I've got 2 cattle panels to put up, and we're gonna be done on the 26th it looks like. So I'm gonna get this done and we're gonna go from there. What you got, boy?
Oh, one skink.
Look at that. You guys see that little brown skink there? Look at its tail. Boy, it's got a fat one. Nice work, son. You want to peek at it? You may. Well guys, we have had a great success. That is crazy. It's not that running a couple hundred feet of fence is all that big a deal. It's just if you don't make time to prioritize it, it does not get done. So for about the past year, I didn't do anything when I could have done this. But you see, a couple hours a day for a couple days, and we got her done. Happy. My crew did really good. They're playing around right now. And I'm thinking I might have to come up with another challenge for me to do this year, considering I still got like 4 days. We'll see what happens. Papa out.